of the water, and that so it looks like they're kind of seeing that. They see the light that you guys are running to as well. And you guys continue your move up there. I take it you guys are more of a sprint right now, like a running up the hill and all that kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm fast movement. Like,
you got
as
it.
fast as possible.
Because normally this will take like an hour or so, but you guys are like pushing yourselves to
I know
get
it's
there.
time to fucking go.
Yeah.
With understanding that I know there may be a fight coming, and I'm not going to exhaust myself.
Okay, no problem. All right. Though anyone with a constitution better of 14...
Actually,
if anyone's constitution is better than 14, this type of hike will be okay for them. Okay. Anyone with a constitution lower than 14 might be a bit winded.
Do I need to do that check if I'm riding the horse?
If you're,
it's one of your 6
riding,
attributes.
Yeah.
If you're riding the horse along with them, no.
No? Okay.
And you may want to take Ciala on your horse because you do have animal handling.
I should take somebody
because she'd be winded.
On the horse.
I think everybody else has got a kick-ass constitution, if I remember right here.
Mm-hmm.
Even you, I think. What's yours, Brunier?
Mine is 16.
Yeah, but effectively you're giving a ride to the...
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
The guard might be a bit winded. He's still a young'un.
Don't I get like a plus? Oh, that's on a save, so I'm just at 12. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might.
Yep. All right. So in that case, with the horse, you guys are able to sprint and still maintain. Ironically, you're going to be more combat ready because you get your adrenaline pumping and everything like that as you head up to the hill. That glow, as you're running towards that hill, that glow lasts a good couple of minutes, but it does fade before you even get to the to the top of the hill. Within you estimate you got like less than 10 minutes to get to the top of the hill, you start to see something reflect in the lightning, but like you see a big bit of white, and when the lightning goes off, that reflects a lot behind you as you see chunks of the river slowly turning into an ice bridge. And the whiteness of that ice bridge is reflected in the flashes of lightning as they're creating an ice bridge slowly over the river. You guys start pushing your way up there, and then you get to the top of the hill, the ruins, the hill, and you just see smoke kind of rising up from a large circular patch. You notice the grass itself looks like it's been browned or whatever went on, and there's kind of it's a lot warmer in that area, and just steam is rising off of it. And you see on his knees, bent over, like on his knees, his head's touching the ground, and his chest is shaking as if he's sobbing. You see the priest.
What is he doing?
He's sobbing. He's crying.
Shit, would he fuck up?
I knew.
What did he do this time?
Unicorn.
Is he sad about his wife and what we did? Sorry, dude.
He tricked us.
Cool.
It's that acorn. I never trusted it.
Who is he?
Navarre.
What do you mean he tricked us?
He tells you the portal was summoned as it was supposed to, and the acorn that had been plucked off the tree by him came to life, and everybody was trapped within it. He took the acorn from me, and he told me that their trapped souls is what he really needed, and he turned into a raven and flew away.
Oh, the raven.
At that point, he just paused. At this point, you start to hear the horns of a reassembling, where the troops are starting to cross the ice bridge. They're a good hour on horseback. They'll be here in 20 minutes or so. And you just see that he realizes he's been tricked, and he made one comment that no one can truly say neutral, is what he said about Sienna. Her goodness has given him power. The look on right now on Ilva's face or Ty's face.
She's
it's like
not pleased. I'm not happy about this situation. That's been
all he knows is
created.
the raven did fly off to the Norwoods, which are to the east.
Is my new necklace doing anything, reacting to any of this environment?
Nope, it's not actually.
Okay.
Yep. It's still there, but it's sadly a part of something else. But you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, currently you're safe right now. So the priest is like, he's been weeping. He's like, he's just lost everything. And again, he feels that Sienna, you know, he doesn't know anymore. He really, the entire village is gone, and it's his fault. That's how he feels. Like he was tricked, and
he's the only person here.
Yep, because he was outside casting the circle until the end, and then when the circle closed, and he just felt the Eggcorn suddenly go warm, and it was plucked from his hand by Navarre, he just thanked him and walked away and turned into a bird and flew away.
Look over at Chew, give a little nod to the priest.
I want to make him feel worse about himself. I
Sorry,
know how badly he feels, but I want to make him feel worse about what's happened.
You got it. Is this psychological or physical?
Both.
Yeah,
I
okay.
definitely want to make him feel really bad about himself, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I also kind of want to hit him in the side of the head.
Does anyone have religion as a proficiency skill? Because the priest failed against Navarre the first time, and he can try and make another one, but I want to see if any of the characters might have if anyone has religion
just
as an actual.
I have it. Yeah.
You have it? If you don't have it as a proficiency or a half proficiency as a bard may have, Steve, you can do a religion check and try and think harder. Now that Navarre has associated himself with Sienna, there's a link in that pantheon maybe.
That's the normal one?
And that will be, but no advantage, no disadvantage.
Okay.
17.
Oh.
Ooh.
17, 21 altogether.
Do we know what he needs the souls for at all, or are we just fucking clueless?
Steve, with a 21, you can answer both those questions. First off, the reason nobody remembered Navarre in the ancient pantheon of the good and evil gods before they killed, before the sacrifice to create the one neutral god.
Y'all know what Navarre is, right? It's fucking Raven backwards.
Yeah, but this has got a Y, so it's totally different.
It doesn't matter.
Raveny.
But
we should have seen,
But the other thing is, he wasn't a major god in the evil pantheon. The reason no one knew about him is there were two messenger gods. The messenger god for the pantheon of good had a hawk, and the messenger god for the pantheon of evil was a raven. The two of them would be in stories at time where they'd be drunk at a bar exchanging information back and forth that they shouldn't be about what's going on in the good and the bad pantheon. And that's why he was a low-level mini-god that had no real power. And yet somehow when all the gods died in this huge thing, he knew about it and somehow did not get sacrificed. As long as Sienna is neutral, there's only one room for one person in the pantheon. As soon as, this is the answer in the second question, as soon as Sienna starts to push towards good, it opens up a spot for evil to open up, and he's now jumped into that spot. So the more good Sienna does, the more his position opens up.
Like any good god, they need souls.
And any god, if you have people preaching to you, you gain power because of their souls praying to you. He has cheated, and he's got a whole bunch of souls that are the equivalent of a whole church or group of people that are giving him power now. An entire village and so he's growing in power, and the more Sienna helps, the more he gets the evil part opened up.
I would like to ask if there's a way we can retrieve the souls, or are they gone to us forever?
Nope, it's in an item, and because he's not the god of death or anything like that, or he hasn't reached that yet, you get that Eggcorn back, you can dispel it and set the souls free. And because he needs the souls, that doesn't necessarily mean they're dead. They're just trapped in stasis, or they're trapped in their own little pocket dimension that's inside that Eggcorn. You get the Eggcorn back, and also, he's not yet established, a little bit of metagaming here, his portfolios, or he hasn't fully established his power base, meaning he still could be slain, but not as an easy mortal. As soon as he's established himself as the head of the evil pantheon, or whatever it might be, it's too late. You're now fighting a god. He's on the route to goddom, but he's not there yet.
I'd like to point out that I think it's going to be easier to slay him and get back these souls than it would just having them get trampled and killed by a bunch of 9-foot Danish warriors. So I
We're
mean, honestly,
trying
at
to
the end of the
cross
day,
the
I
river.
think we're out the lesser of two evils. Not to be a Miss Optimistic over here, but if I had to choose what had to happen to these people between those two options, I would still choose this one. But
He
I
does
think we need
tell
to
you, though, the
get outta
gateway
here.
was opening to Southgate, the big city to the
Southgate?
south,
Could we
but
still get
it was
through
cut
that?
off. But yeah, the priest saw that the gate was leading to Southgate, and they were in a circle by Southgate, but then it closed up, and it got sucked into the Eggcorn instead. So all he knows is Southgate was in the portal, so Sienna was trying to open up a gateway to the big city. Yet Navarre, he's flown to the east, and there's a place called the Nor Woods to the east, and that's all he's got for you for directions of what might go on next. Any of those two directions, heading south towards the big city or heading east into the deep woods. By the way, your map, if you remember that little map I showed you, it ends in any one of those two directions. You don't have a map for those directions. Those with nature will be your guides to go through these areas until you get a map of sorts.
That's me.
Yep. And I
So
think
we need to decide if we need to try to see if we can get back into that gate or just keep running east from.
He
I
can't
mean,
open
we
the
can't
gate
run
anymore,
forever.
Gate's
We
closed.
can't run forever from these guys. What are we gonna do? I mean, we need to figure this out because they're catching up, I assume.
Gustav,
running where we're
Gustav, okay, actually, well, you're still by the circle. Gustav tells you that as soon as they find no sign of the people, they're not going to push too much farther because their main goal is the town we've left, to destroy it, and where they're moving on tactically would be to the south to
So
the next town.
Should we
So-
all just hide really good? Can we all just
we-
really hide well?
This structure, there will be a definitely. If I was sending scouts, I would have them investigate this structure. So I would not. I would
Not
suggest.
hide here, but like hide not here.
Yes, exactly.
Like
if we
right
did,
now, hide. Like
Yeah,
I'm already
his best
crawling
bet is we
into a
should
bush and
decide-
hiding.
Gustav suggests that we should either try and push to the south or push to the east and hide in that direction. They're not going to push too much further than a couple of hours outside of that town. As long as we can push that
How
bubble,
far is
he doesn't
Hobbiton?
care what direction. Should I say again?
How far is the Hobbit town?
It's on the other side of the river. It was
Yeah,
west.
How far?
About 2 days. It's at the edge of 2 days foot travel.
If we
on
went
the other
north-
side.
So if we went north and around,
There's no proper
the
way to
map?
cross the river
Where's the
unless
map?
you've got magical means currently.
where's the map?
No, I'll bring that map up. Dun dun dun. And for the home audience, let's change into map mode. Do do do.
No, if we go north around Mount Egland,
Do do do. There we go. Oh, that would be a very long trip. That because you're going that way, that is going to be about 1, 2, 3, 4 days. It'll be about 4, 5 days to get to the Hobbit town.
okay.
For those that are looking
And
at the
on
map,
foot to
or
get
if
to
I share the
Southgate.
map with you guys, yeah, I'm just sharing the map. I'm just going to grab a little token of stuffs. Blah 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 blah, and I'm just going to get an X. There we go. Steve is talking about a spot that's just on this far side of the map that he's talking about, which you guys currently are,
Fortnite.
at this spot right now, and that hooking up and around the Norwoods are the woods that you can see that are north and east of you. Basically, the tip of the woods are just over the hills.
Just the tip.
Yeah.
Yeah! I was doing good. Okay.
Out of my head.
In my defense, I think I was doing pretty good. It's been what, an hour without a thirsty comment. I think I'm doing
I
good.
mean, I'm sorry. I'm trying to drag the other woman to the makeout spot, and you said the tip.
Tip.
You can't
There
not.
is no tip here. There is two women.
Tip of the fingers.
I say let's go east. Fuck this shit over there. Let's go
Well,
east. East it.
You can let them know because you know what
Yeah.
possibilities at the
And wait a minute, the boat's still here.
the boat's heading south. The
Well,
boat
yeah,
was
they
heading
unloaded-
south.
Well, I thought they unloaded all the villagers here.
They unloaded the villagers, and the boat itself is heading south. It might have had a guard left on
So
there
it's
to
gone.
give a report back to the.
Okay, so
Baron.
the boat's gone.
Yeah, the boat's
Boat-
gone.
boat's
Yes.
gone. Okay.
Yeah.
And on
How
foot,
rude.
you're getting how far to get to Southgate?
On foot, you are looking. Dun dun dun. Now,